Hello and welcome back to another Computer Sluggish Plus video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Rust on this GTX 560 Ti, and as you can see at the minute we are getting a nice 30 frames per second. That is amazing, especially for this very old school graphics card, which if you see my other videos like I mentioned, you can pick them up pretty cheap now on eBay. And this graphics card really is pulling it off, and the game still looks fantastic. Bearing in mind I do have an i7-2600K in this machine, and we got 16 gig of memory DDR3 Corsair Vengeance. But either way, the graphics card is still doing fantastic. As you can see on the recording right now, we've just hit 20 frames per second. I'm just going to open up the settings now, and we'll just take a little look at what we've got. We go on to options, and we go on to graphics, there it is, and scroll down. At the minute, well, let's start from the top. Anti-aliasing is off, depth of field is on, ambient occlusion is on, sharpen on. Okay, let's just scroll down a little bit here. Graphics quality is set to 0 at the moment. Makes it darker under trees and in buildings. Large scale occlusion makes it darker under trees and in buildings. Okay, but we're not really too interested in that. Here are the bits that we're interested in. Water quality is set to 2, which is the max. Then we've got water reflections is set to off, but our max shadow lights is set to max, and our shader level is set to max. Draw distance isn't, no. I'm just going to bump that up now to 2000. Actually, let's just bump it up all the way to the max and see how well it performs now. As you can see, we can see a hell of a lot further now, which is great. Let's just make sure that did save, which it did. Yes, we can see a lot further, and the frames per second has unfortunately dropped. It just dropped then to 16 frames per second, but obviously if we are to turn that back down to, let's just say about 1800, there we go. Our frames per second sitting nice and above 20 now, which is a lot more playable. But overall, this game is playable definitely on this 560 Ti. I can't see no problem with it whatsoever. As you can see, it's running very smooth in the video. I mean, what a great graphics card. This really is a great graphics card, I must admit. As you can see, we are using the full usage of the graphics card at 99%. But that doesn't matter, not at all. As you can see, the processor's not doing much work at all. It's only 35%, which means the graphics card is taking the full hit on this game. We did just drop on frames per second then, unfortunately. What's in here then? We got a door. Let's just try and smash some things. Okay, well, I did just get a slight little bit of lag then, which is not what you want if we were to get into contact in a little battle. Right, I'm now going to bump all these settings down a tad, and let's just see how high we really can get our frames per second. There we go, that's all turned down. That didn't make any difference whatsoever. Let's see what's under performance as well. Okay, we got more quality options under performance. As you can see, our particle quality is on 75, object quality on well, it's all on 100 below. If we whack all this down halfway, and tree quality halfway, let's just see where we're at now. Okay, that did not make any difference whatsoever. There definitely isn't a save option on the game. Can't see one. Let's just try putting it into full screen just in case it's off the screen. which I don't think it is. Okay, no, that really does look fine. That's all good. Right, let's just try setting everything to low now. I want to try and get the game to 30 frames per second. Oh, I'm being hit. Oh, okay, we got a naked guy running towards us. As you can see, I've just turned down a few options and we are now at 24 frames per second, which is lush. That's good. And if I go back on there, since he's gone now, let's just turn this down even more. There we go. That didn't really do much difference anyway. But yeah, you are looking probably between 20 and 25 frames per second on Rust on the GTX 560. But as I said at the start, the game is definitely playable, which is great. So if you are looking at getting GTX 560 and you do want to buy Rust and play it on that graphics card, then you definitely can play it. I hope this video was helpful. If you did enjoy this video, wow, we're up to 40 frames per second now, which is great. But yeah, if you did find this video very helpful and you liked it, smash that like button below because every like helps, and subscribe for more Computer Sluggish Plus videos.